Howdy, friends. So here we are. I've been super deep into this Soul Mask game, and we just got a big update. I don't know why it says a free update because it's like early access, so it's like kind of expected to get big updates. But anyway, so here we are with major update number one, the evolution of the masks. And I'm making this video because, man, I've spent so much time playing this game, and I really like it. So I just wanted to go over the patch notes here. I'm probably just going to read everything for those of you who can't follow me and are just listening in. But here we go. I got my coffee. I had my toast with honey, and let's get to it. Okay, so the moment you've been waiting for has arrived. Soul Mask proudly presents its major update, Evolution of Masks, available starting today, and today is 7/19. Oh, this was posted on the 18th. Okay. We hope the wait hasn't been too long. As your adventure progresses, the enigmatic masks from the mysterious civilization continue to evolve. What new surprises lie ahead on your journey? The update will automatically download your game. Meanwhile, a limited time 10% off of Soul Mask will be offered on the Steam store to celebrate our first major update of Soul Mask. And yeah, so they have been really doing an excellent job paying attention to like the community and seeing, taking stock, I guess, of what everybody has to say. And they've been implementing a bunch of really good changes, and I imagine there's a bunch of really good quality of life changes. But continuing, quick remodel. In dire situations, just before a mask wearer's demise, the mask will now teleport their body and consciousness back to the bonfire, remodeling them using logged data. In this new version, after defeating the Vajra ape, you can unlock a new mask feature, Quick Remodel. Any body controlled by the mask, whether it's the chief or the tribesman, can be quickly revived at the respawn point / campfire. However, this teleportation and quick repair causes a debuff due to energy loss, affecting max HP and recovery ability of the revived body. So let's see, when you looks like there's maybe a 30-minute cooldown or debuff, but I imagine if you're like playing in a solo game or whatever, you can adjust that factor. You can still use the Mysterious Stone Table for traditional remodeling, while this method requires more time and resources. It grants new buff to your restricted tribesmen. Then they added a perfect remodel. Use the Mysterious Stone Table to remodel the body to perfection, boosting its physical abilities and max HP. So, tribesmen must be entered at the Mysterious Stone Table to be eligible for a quick remodel. When resurrecting tribesmen, their stats revert to the last entered data in the Mysterious Stone Table. This is just a glimpse of the mask's new potential. The chieftain's body has also undergone significant changes. So before this big content update, when you would recruit a tribesman, there was a big risk of them dying, but they implemented a method where you can save all of their stats, all of their levels, just in case they die in battle, which was super cool. I think there were a lot of complaints about like if you progressed with one of your tribesmen and they died, they would just revert back to like the point where you first recruited them, right? But now you can just save their profile, so if something goes bad and they die, you can just resurrect them right away. And that was like a really good change, because there were a lot of times where the AI of my tribesmen were just so trash and they would just die. So that was very frustrating. So them implementing a way to revive your tribesmen at that point where you want them to be, like at that present point where, like you've leveled them up and you want to save their stats. That was a really good change. Okay, so Chieftain's enhancements. Okay. As your bond with the mask deepens, your once fragile body grows stronger. In the new version, we've enhanced the starter character's basic abilities for a smoother early gameplay experience. So a big point of contention with this game, or a lot of people thought it was kind of misleading, is the character you start out with, like, it wasn't mentioned that that's not really supposed to be your main character, but like a lot of people want to play their first character as their main character, right? So with this update, oh, and also before this update, the first character that you made, it was very mediocre, very mid. So with this update, they're actually buffing up the original character for those of us who want to play their original character. Um, so their level was capped at 40, but with this update, the level cap is increased to 50. The production efficiency cap increased 50 to 60, and the combat proficiency cap from 50 to 90. So like all the stats of the starting character were just flat, like for example 50 out of 50. But this with this update, our initial character that we start out with got a pretty decent buff. But still, in my experience playing this game, like I'm still trying to find the best tribesman to fit like the the stats that I want to complete a particular goal. For example, some of the tribesmen from the desert, they have unique stats like resistance to heat or something like that that I kind of want. So like I do like my main character, and I was kind of bummed out that we couldn't like main. Well, we can main our main character if we wanted to, but they're mediocre. Um, but I kind of just got used to the fact that like I'm gonna play other tribesmen, and I think that's actually kind of fun at this point. But anyways, back onto this tab here. Basic stats upgraded to the level of blue tier barbarians. As you level up the starter character, you unlock these talents. All right, so this is like pretty big. These talents are probably gonna make like a pretty big difference because I think they're probably just super unique to your starter character. Anyways, nimble movement. I'm always a step ahead of death. Movement speed is increased 5%. Strong physique. This body has endured so much. Max stamina is increased by 20. Crisis response when attacked has a 20% chance to increase defense and max HP by 5% each for 30 seconds. Cooldowns 50 seconds. Yeah, I think these are innate talents. So I imagine these are just strictly for your starter character, which is cool because that separates them from the rest of the tribesmen. But I'm still gonna find the best tribesmen to fit my needs. I wonder if anybody else here is trying to find tribesmen that just try to fit their needs, you know, instead of just maining their first character. I'm curious to know. Desperate Struggle recovers 15% of HP in 5 seconds when the HP is below 15%. Critical Counter gains a 5% damage boost for 6 seconds after blocking an enemy attack, cooldown 15 seconds. So that's very nice. Next tab here is data copying. By harnessing the extensive genetic data recorded from the tribesmen, the chief's original body can undergo a complete transformation and enhancement, ultimately acquiring all the abilities possessed by the tribesmen. In the new version, by spending mask energy and crystals, we can conduct deep genetic scans of specific tribesmen and modify the chief's body accordingly, copying all abilities and specific tribesmen to the starter character. Okay. Okay, that's really interesting. So I guess like this really gives people the freedom to actually main their main character. That's really interesting. Okay, I didn't read up advanced in this. That's awesome. Okay. After defeating the Vajra ape and unlocking the third mask mode, chiefs can choose the tribesmen for info entry in the remodel module of the Mysterious Stone table and start deep genetic scanning. After scanning for a while, their biological information can be transferred to the starter character. Please note that once logged info is replaced, the Mysterious Stone table cannot process similar genetic information again. Therefore, body data copy is irreversible, and the copied tribesman cannot undergo genetic logging again. Okay, I don't think you lose your tribesman, you just can't repeat the genetic transfer. So I guess potentially, like if I find, for example, like a tribesman that has like super high resistance to heat in the desert, I guess I can transfer that innate talent to my main character. So I can just, yeah. So my main character can be the guy I take on my adventures. Yeah, okay. Because also another thing is your original character, when you take control of another tribesman, just sits around doing nothing. So that's kind of just like a wasted tribesman space because they don't do any work. So, This might encourage me to actually use my main character so that I can maximize the amount of people like working in my base, if that makes sense. Does that make sense, guys? Okay. All right, another big addition is Tribesman Squad here. So before this update, you can only bring one tribesman with you on your adventures, but here, let's read on. A single follower is no longer sufficient for the increasingly intense battles. Our tribesmen have been trained in team combat tactics using the mask's data. In the new version, we introduce a mechanism for multiple tribesmen to join battle in solo, LAN, private server modes. You can adjust the max number of participating tribesmen in the advanced settings. Default is 3. Interact with multiple tribesmen directly, or open the clan page for batch deployment. They will execute the chief's commands uniformly. Important notes: due to server load considerations, the official servers do not support multiple tribesmen in battle. For solo games, consider balancing difficulty settings with your tribesman squad size for best experience. I guess that's kind of a bummer for those of y'all playing on official servers, but that would make sense, I think. I guess them not implementing tribesman squads in official means that it would kind of like force people to play together, if that makes sense. Okay. Big update. Wow. Craft from inventory. Okay. So this is awesome because before this, I would have to go to each individual whatever like chest where a specific item is being held. But I guess from what this says, craft from inventory, anything that's in my chests can be built right away instead of me having to like gather the materials from each specific chest. Yeah. Okay, so the enigmatic mask continues to reveal its mysterious powers. Recently, Chiefs discovered that the mask can teleport raw materials needed for production from storage boxes to the workbench through spatial teleportation technology. In this update, we introduced the global resource calling function. Toggle the automatically call box resources when crafting option in the advanced settings to use this function. When crafting, Chiefs or mask-controlled tribesmen can efficiently use materials from all boxes within the campfire range at any workbench. Huge quality of life there. Okay. More updates you want. Stuff that they're going to eventually get to here. Forget portal node unlock restrictions. Once you obtain the portal, you can use it immediately. I'm not sure what that means. Yeah. Because I know like to build a portal, you have to go into dungeons and get like portal piece 1, 2, and 3, and then you craft it in the table where you save your tribes. Anyways, those of you who don't play this game don't know what I'm saying. But okay, you can now use self-crafted portals to teleport materials and animals on official self-crafted portals to teleport materials and animals on official and private servers. Dude, okay, so just like Valheim, this game would restrict the teleportation of certain materials. And like in a previous update, I think they allowed you to toggle on and off if you wanted to, like the teleportation of toggle on and off restrictions of materials. But I guess, yeah, I guess they're just doing away with it completely. Interesting. Newer resurrection rooms have been added to the ruins dungeon and holy ruins. However, you'll need to activate them first. I guess I never knew that there were, like in the dungeons, I didn't know that there were places where you can actually where you can resurrect if you die. Interesting. Okay. In solo and private game server mode, you can customize the AI difficulty levels, bringing different AI combat strategy changes. We made roof construction more logical. Triangular sloped roofs can now be built on sloped roofs, and triangle sloped roofs can be built around the foundation. And mammoth specimens now have tusks on the other side. We knew this bothered you, and we fixed the endless throwing items of the barbarians for fair combat. And that's it, folks. I don't know how often I'm going to actually go over patch notes, but this is definitely a game that I've been investing a lot of time in, and I dig it. If you get the chance to check it out, please do so. If you do like sandbox survival games, the devs seem to be pretty on top of listening to people in the community and shaping this game out to be something truly fantastic. If you were here to the very end, I appreciate you. And if you weren't here to the very end, I still appreciate you. Y'all take care, and I'll see you in the next one. I appreciate your time, and take care, everybody. Peace.